All right, back to reviewing the market. Got something to eat, and then we'll wrap this up at some point, and then I'll make the market recap. So, yeah, cool. Let's go ahead and pull up the charts, see what we got. What else we got, guys? This 300-point gap is insane. Oh my gosh, dude. Like what? Let's actually just look at S&P and and Nas. And yeah, let's look around. So, market was expanding higher. I actually kind of let's do Control Z. And I want to look at the higher time frame model here. Okay. So, essentially, this buy model started when we had a previous week's low SMT and a previous week's low sweep. And honestly, the key level that I really liked for this was this 4-hour gap. It was actually a 4-hour BPR. And the reason I liked it so much is because we used it 3 times. So, I know I should probably look at price action for today, and I'll get to that, but I want to kind of look at the higher time frame a little bit. Yeah, wow. When you look at it like this, it's like, wow, this was really high probability. We had 3 sweeps inside of this 4-hour gap, and then we got 15-minute change in state. Wow, man, this type of trade is like literally a life-changing trade. Entering on the change in state, and then maybe targeting like the 8th standard deviation. Where are we now? We're at the 6th standard deviation. That's crazy. Okay, I guess we should look at actual price action for today. So let's actually go down onto the lower time frame. So we were, displacing higher above all-time highs. You gotta be really careful when that's happening, right? Displacement above all-time highs means shorts are probably gonna get wrecked. So this is a note we should maybe make for the future. Then again, over here, let's actually kind of just look at the daily chart, right? Look at that daily close above all-time highs. Weekly close. These higher time frame candle closures tell us a lot. Look at the monthly close above all-time highs, right? So last week, let's make a note of this, right? Last week, we closed above all-time highs. That is extremely bullish. What up, Muhammad? Above all-time highs. That was extremely bullish. Alright. Just kind of marking things out that I notice. Let's actually drop back down to the day. Weekly closure above all-time highs. Okay, let's actually jump back down to the day. And yeah, I mean, essentially it was just AMD, right? Accumulation throughout the day, manipulation below these lows, and actually we had this 15-minute gap. I'm actually curious, did we rebalance to discount? It's always, it's always interesting to see. And you can see this 15-minute for value gap was perfectly in discount. Kind of cool. So this right here, this is a high probability trade where we have SMT with a 15-minute gap. It's perfectly in discount. Wow, that's really, really sweet actually. I mean, observe how perfectly this gap is in discount. I'll screenshot this. So, 15-minute gap. Look for 1 minute change in state off of it. Here, let's actually make a note here. Why was this gap so nice? Was this 15-minute gap so nice? Because ICT say he quit? What? What do you mean he said he quit? He quit trading for good? ICT quit trading? We're doomed, bro. We're doomed. The 2022 model stopped working. That's why. Just kidding. We're doomed. I'm kidding. We just... Dude. I don't care what ICT says, bro. He might have figured out his own stuff, but whether or not ICT, even ICT himself, dude, whether or not he believes in these markets being, what do they call it? What's it called? I don't even know if algorithmic's the right word. Like, obviously these markets move to hunt liquidity. I don't care what ICT says, dude. I don't even care anymore. I don't even want to even fall. Like, part of me is like these markets go so much deeper than these markets have existed way before ICT existed, and let me tell you, they were running on liquidity before ICT said they're running on liquidity, right? That's basically what I'm trying to get at is I love ICT. He helped us discover a lot of stuff, but that doesn't mean that what he says is always true, because these markets, they predate ICT, right? They've always run on liquidity. Why was this 15-minute gap so nice? Because it was perfectly placed in discount right below the entire accumulation range, and the higher time frame was bullish. That's so clean. We have to admit, guys, this is actually pretty clean. The fact that we just perfectly manipulate down into this, and it's perfectly at equilibrium. I mean, the issue is, can you spot it when it's happening? And that's the hard part. $15-minute gap and discount was nice. Alright, let's drop down. Let's see if there was an aligned time frame change in state. One thing that there was that I really love here is there was a Phoenix model off of this rejection block. My gosh, could you imagine just one day you just hit? I know Phoenix models, like, they're hard to hit, but if you hit a Phoenix model, guys, and if you hit it and you're on side with bias, one Phoenix model will literally change your life forever. Like, look at this 1 minute rejection block with SMT. Literally one Phoenix model, one good Phoenix model is literally going to make your decade, bro. A good Phoenix model will make your decade. Look, right? Let's say we enter at the midpoint of the rejection block. Yo, what's up?
You need me to go get you some ice cream?
I mean, yes, but also I am trying to start my diet now.
Oh, so yes or no?
obviously I want you
I
to,
don't
but
want you to be depressed because it wasn't
okay, well it's like I don't know what to do. It's not that ice cream business, so it makes me feel
or taking it off.
but like obviously I want you to, but it's like I don't want to.
Okay, so right?
I don't know, because then I might crash and burn and every more.
Okay, just tell me. Yes or no?
I don't know. That's fine. Okay. Oh, like I was saying, dude, look how perfectly we react off of the rejection block. One good Phoenix model trade, if you just take it with conviction, look at how perfect this is, right? One good Phoenix model trade makes your entire year, bro. Decade, bro. Look at this. 1 minute Phoenix model. Let's say I targeted all-time highs. What would that be? 1 minute Phoenix mini. Technically. Back to all-time highs. Alright, that's 16 to 1. But let's say I held it further. Let's say I held it to like the fourth standard deviation. Like, this is crazy, right? That makes your year, bro. I'm not saying it's easy to do, but it is pretty crazy. Okay, let's move on. So, like I was saying, 15-minute Q level, and then, you know, the issue is I'm not seeing an obvious 1 minute change in state unless you consider this. I don't know. I don't think it's obvious. Nothing in there is obvious. But we do perfectly react off that 15-minute gap. And then all this can be treated as void because of why? Because equal highs above, accumulation range. This is void. But the key was understanding the bias because if I zoom out, I mean, we were just expanding to the upside. I took that short sniper entry London 4 a.m. before the drop. No way. Wait, 4 a.m.? Yo! That's insane. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, we should look at that short real quick, actually. I mean, clearly what happens is we sweep out the high. So technically it's not equal highs. We sweep out the high, meaning that there's SMT here. So this is with previous week's high. So technically this is previous week's high SMT, right? So, man, it's just crazy because, like, just one trade, and there's so many opportunities every single day. Just one trade is all you need. Did you take it on your real accounts? Dang, bro. That's crazy, dude. If so. Yeah, I'm going back to only trading one trade a day. I don't know if I told you that, but yeah, I think whether it's higher R or lower R, I think, you know, what in the long run is going to statistically give me the highest chance of being successful. Just taking the highest probability trade I can every single day. 1.75 points to draw down. Dang, Javier, bro. That is insane. Okay, so what I like from this trade is we had a 15-minute gap. Man, this was it was a 5-minute gap. Yeah. Very nice, obvious 5-minute premium BPR here. So we fill this 5-minute premium BPR. And then we end up sweeping out the high with SMT. This is looking really nice, right? We have an internal sweep of liquidity here. Internal sweep of liquidity sweeping out these equal highs. Man, this is a sweet trade, guys. I have to admit, this is dang, bro. So, external sweep of previous week's high. Holy crap, this is really nice. Now, am I saying it's easy? No, but it's nice. We sweep out those equal highs, so this is our internal sweep. Yeah, definitely send it to me. And then we have an external sweep here. Dang, man. And then yeah, this was obviously manipulation. And then what you do is, you know, we have a 5-minute BPR, so we look for a 30-second change in state. And the obvious one sent to DM. Okay, bet. 30-second change in state. I like this because actually I would honestly consider just doing a 1-minute change in state because it's probably going to be more obvious. Yeah, 1-minute change in state and a 1-minute gap here. So sometimes it doesn't have to be an exact science, right? Like I can just tell like 1 minute would be cleaner. And it was also a 30-second change in state anyways. I guess I should just call it a 30-second change in state. Yeah, let's go back down to 30-second. Yeah, 30-second change in state. I like this one. And then as well, we kind of have a very tiny 2022 gap. And backboard, what's that? The backboard, right? We have volume bounce sitting at the top of a 2022 gap. That's like perfectly going to be the backboard, right? Okay, I'm going to go look at the DM. This was clean. And then, yeah, depending on how you want to take this, right? Honestly, since it's a 2022 model, I'd maybe consider taking it like this. Oh my gosh, bro. You have to admit that's kind of cool. Look at that. Bro. Man, I just want to get better at trading already. What? The opportunities in these markets is just insane. I don't know if this is the best way to take it, but I'm gonna mark it out. Right? And then here's break of structure. Technically, this is break of structure too, but whatever, right? Okay, let's go ahead and screenshot this. That's probably not the best way to take it, but anyway. $354 flow state retest. I'm gonna call it flow state mini because I'm not having stop loss all the way at the high, and then 5-minute 30-second. Okay, 354. Just looked. I placed my limit sell at 8 p.m. EST. $8 p.m. Oh, 8 p.m. Oh. Wait. My time is in 8 p.m. Oh. You took this. Wait. Nah, I'm confused now. Oh, you placed the limit at 8, but it hit it overnight. Dang, dude. That's crazy. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit. Let's actually see how we could take it more realistically, because this is kind of choppy. I'm not really actually liking that version that much. Oh yeah. Okay, let's actually look at your trade real quick, because I'm actually curious now. Yeah, I mean, you can just tell when we start to actually break this low, we're gonna run the low. Holy, that's insane, bro. Legend. That's insane. That is insane. Whoops. So, anyway, um, yeah, I don't know. Was there an obvious way to take this? I don't know, man. I don't know if this. Personally, I don't know if there was. Besides that 30-second chain state delivery, which in my opinion, it's not that obvious. That's my only issue, right? Maybe it's a 15-minute key level. Actually, yeah, we could use this 15-minute rejection block. Let's say we use this 15-minute rejection block as our key level. I'm just experimenting here, right? 15-minute premium rejection block. And then we get a sweep into it. So this is like Flow State Phoenix, essentially. Yeah. Okay, this is clean. So 15-minute premium rejection block. So an external sweep of previous week's high. And then S&T with previous week's high. And internal sweep here. Let's actually just get rid of that. And then a 1 minute change in state. There we go, man. That's crazy. And then what happens next? We get this insane dump. I'm actually curious. Maybe we hit like a stat map level. No way. Bro. Four-hour stat map was perfect. Dude. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Look at the 4-hour statistical manipulation level right there. Oh my gosh, dude. I love StatMap. Oh my gosh, whoops. I mean, it's just a tool like anything else. Anyone else saying otherwise really has no idea. And then, yeah. Wow, perfectly down to the 4-hour distribution. That was crazy. StatMap is how you bottom and top tick. Dude. I want to get to that level of skill of trading to be able to do that. My gosh, dude. That is a very statistical 4-hour candle. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, man, guys. It's crazy how much opportunity there is, but one day at a time. Kind of considering trying to make my own stat map. I don't know how hard that would be. I took that trade because Friday's high wicked a couple times on 5 minutes, so whoever shorted there was much like to sell again there again. Dang, bro. That's crazy. I'm kind of interested to figure out calculation look back. What is this? The script uses as much data as available up to set calculation look back. If the data set is smaller than the look back value, only the available data will be used. Man, I think making my own stat map might be kind of harder than I'm thinking. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back. Like, obviously I want to make my own stat map, especially because then I don't have to pay for it, but I don't know how. Man, like I could make my own stat map. Obviously, I could figure out how to make it, but could I make it exactly the way that 2 Degrees and Joshu made theirs? That's the issue, and I don't know. I'd probably do it in a different way. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I can't really. I mean, it's just so expensive, bro. Is there? Let's just see if there's a cheaper stat map. Because I really don't want to keep paying for it. What is this? Time frame. Oh. Hey, is this the same as the other one? Not exactly the same. Close. Means it need to be perfect? I don't know. Yeah, definitely not the exact same, but similar. I don't feel like it has to be perfect, honestly. Yeah, guys, if this stat map works, this could be the new move, guys. This could be the new move. Then you don't have to pay for it every month. What do you guys think about this? I'm definitely adding this to my favorites. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. I don't need to be perfect, honestly. I mean, you could just draw a box around the area and then, you know, you'll get close enough, you know. Considering it. Edit of statistical mapping. This one must be better. Sorry, guys. I'm on a little tangent right now. Hmm. Yeah, this one's closer. Wait. No, the original one's closer. Guys, I'm distracted right now. I'm trying to figure out. Let's pull up the 4 hour. Let's pull up the 4 hour on both of these. Yeah, I think the original's better. I think the original's closer. But I want to be able to have this. Wait, what if I click news, use new midnight New York Open? It's not changing it. Yeah, this one's not nearly as good. Guys, sorry, I'm on a little side quest right now. Yeah, the free one's okay. It's not terrible. Then again, does it need to be perfect? Not really. Yeah, I think this one's fine, honestly, guys. Probably just gonna get rid of the paid one and then start using this one. Maybe just slowly over time remember, like, okay, does it overshoot it or undershoot it? Seems like it overshoots it. So let's look at the daily candle. Well, let's look at the weekly candle. Yeah, the weekly candle is about the exact same. Dude, I'm very grateful for this guy for making this free one. Let's see how the 15-minute ones look. How they compare. Going on once again, guys. I'm on a little side quest right now. So, does it typically overshoot or undershoot? Yeah, it looks like it's typically gonna overshoot. So, something to keep in mind. That this one typically overshoots the levels. I'm gonna write that down, and then yeah, I'm gonna probably start using that one. The dollar store. No, it's actually pretty good. It's not dollar store, but dollar store stat map over shoots levels. So target under. Yeah, I'm just gonna write that down then. So target slightly closer than the stat map level that's shown. That's pretty sweet, guys. We got a free stat map now. Very grateful for this guy, dude. Now, only thing is we won't be able to look at session stat map, but I don't know. I might end up buying it again. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Did I save this in my indicators? Yeah, I did. Statistical mapping version 3. Okay. So now I have this saved. I wonder if he shows the source code. Oh, dang it. Not quite that cool. But okay. Back to reviewing the market, guys. I'm sorry. I had a little side quest there, but we are back now. We're going to keep reviewing price action. Let's get rid of this. Do we need this one? Not right now, right? So this is the new one. When my subscription expires, I'm gonna use this one, the Stat Map version 3. Sweet, thank you RFEY, much appreciated. Okay, so yeah, back to what we were looking at. So here, this is like a 2022 model where we'd swept out Asia lows, right? This is something to take note of. We sweep out Asia lows, which were right here. What time did this happen at? 6:25. We break structure very obviously here. And also here, actually. Actually, right here we do. But we don't get a fair value gap retest until all the way up here. So interested to see, like, maybe equilibrium was of this move here. Yeah, look at that, right? We had equilibrium of this leg lower, so we didn't need to go back to equilibrium of this move up. Interesting, right? See what I'm saying? And then, yeah, equilibrium. Man, it's crazy. You always learn something. Just from looking around at the charts. And then, yeah, we expand off of that. So what we could do is we could take a low time frame flow state off of that. $640. Let's actually record this as a regular 2022 model. Maybe something like this, right? Actually, let's just target the high. $640, 2022, 5 minute. And so let's see if we had 2022 plus where we have a 30-second change in state off of it. Looks like we do, right? Where we come down, use this 5-minute gap, test equilibrium. And then we get 30-second change in state. Guess there's not an obvious one, huh? I like this one, though. I'm not gonna lie, I like this one. So, equilibrium. But once again, I don't know if I would take this, but I'm just showing it, right? Just showing stuff that I'm noticing. Whoops. Then yeah, expansion off of that. So 2022 plus retest. 5 minute, 30-second. All right. So what other opportunities were there today? Well, hey, what up, Trade Flare? Dude, one day at a time, we're just getting better, bro. One day at a time. Dude, much love, bro. You guys in India are my biggest supporters besides the United States, I'm pretty sure. Crazy, dude. India, much love to you guys, man. Genuinely. Much love, man. Much love. I hope all of you guys become very successful traders. And I think you will, because you guys are very determined. But yeah, India is my second most subscribed to country, which is crazy. Yeah. Besides United States, which is actually not that much. It's only like 30%. So yeah, guys, I think today, not necessarily easy, not necessarily hard, just maybe it was a little hard, but it was mostly just like, extremely one-sided. You'd really have to see that we had this 1 hour inversion for value gap, and you really had to see that we swept out Asia lows, and also understand how the 4 hour looked, right? The 4 hour obviously was displacing, so that was something to very much take into account. Right, that the market, if the market's displacing, we probably won't get a reversal, right? $6:23 a.m. Let's go, bro. You're up early on the grind. Way to go, man. I might film the market actually, I should probably film it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and film the market recap. I don't have a ton of time. I just gotta go ahead and film it. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and film it. Let's see who all's watching, if any. Let's go. I think 2. Let's go. Okay, guys, I'm going to film the market recap. Yeah, I'm going to film the market recap here. All right, guys. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the market recap.